Everybody, it's Lynne Forsythe. Super excited to be here representing Gel Press. I'm going to be sharing with you a very amazing project that I made using the Gel Press Awareness Ribbon. It's a really cool plate that is slightly larger than the petites. It's kind of along the line of the impressible, as it has divots in order to give it the shape. But it's a very, very cool thing to be working with. As many of you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so I wanted to make something with all the COVID and everything going on, and I have a medical condition that makes it very hard for me to wear a mask. I decided what a great opportunity to create a scarf using the ribbon and Perfect Paints Peony Pink paint. And so I had this piece of material, and you can see it came out really super cool. But sadly, it's really not big enough to make as a full scarf. So I went hunting, because you see, I live in northern New Hampshire, where we don't have a lot of choices. To drive to the real world to go to a fabric store or something like that is going to take an hour plus. So I went to my local antique shops. So I found a linen curtain, which I tore the seams out on the ends, as you can see here, and I have cut it in half. So I have two scarves, not just one. We now have a bonus scarf. And the fact that I have another piece of these, because it was a set of curtains. So what I'm going to do, let's get the paint out of the way just for the moment so that I can get this all put down. And I think I'm going to, do I want to go right to the ends? We'll go right to the ends. So I need to take this, and yay, it fits the piece of cardboard. So I have this big piece of cardboard that I'm going to use. As you can see, I've already done that. And I'm going to take some pins, and I'm just going to tack it down onto a piece of cardboard. Just barely fits. All right, we're going to go with it. Just going to, as my son would say, run it. All right, so here is my fabric down on the cardboard. I'm just going to kind of put this underneath so we get all situated. Make it nice and even so nobody underneath is getting double stamped. All right. So I have a 6x6 gel press over here, which this is what I'm going to use as my paint palette. And I have my ribbon. So I'm just going to take a wad of this out, and I'm going to take a little bit of Perfect Glaze Medium. I want to kind of not dilute it, but make it more liquidy. I'm sure there's a better word for that than what I just said. So I'm going to mix them all together, and I'm going to kind of smush it up to the top of the plate. So, all right, so I'm just going to take my brayer, and in brayering in just one direction so we get complete coverage of the brayer. All right, and I'm going to very gently the paint onto my ribbon. And I'm just going to embrace it, just how it comes out. As Tim Holtz says, embrace imperfection. So I'm just going to start up here in this corner. I'm going to make a press and a pull. Oh, okay. And I'm going to make a press and a pull. And this is really all there is to this. But it is going to make a beautiful scarf that I can wear when going out, wear masks are required. And it will be for a good cause. I might just have to make these in multiple colors. Because if anybody knows my backstory, my partner Gary Hale passed away from cancer, a big long battle that he had with cancer in March of 2019. So I am very, I have a very big heart for people struggling with cancer, for the caretakers of the people that are struggling with cancer, because that's a whole job in and of itself right there. And then what do you do on the other side of it? So my firm belief is no one fights alone. We are always better as two. Someone to pick you up when you fall down. So basically this is all I'm going to do over the entire scarf. Kind of a half stamp here. And then what you do is this part, you go up and stamp here. So you're not wasting that whole layer of paint that you put on there. Okay, I got one down here in this corner. Since I'm already going to be wearing a scarf, it can now be my mask and stand for all the beautiful souls who have just been recently diagnosed, have overcome or succumbed to cancer. I'm going to be able to, no, I cannot safely stamp there and get a good image. So I want to do a quick dry with my heat tool. All right, so then you just pull out the 4 pins that I had. And making sure that the unpainted scarf parts are underneath. Get that out of the way. Making sure my cardboard, that my scarf is centered on the cardboard. And I even like the fact that, I'm not sure if it's my desk, something that has the divot. I think my desk bows, but I love my work surface, so I'm just going to embrace that. So, to all of you ladies out there currently battling cancer, breast cancer or not, you are in my prayers. I hope I've inspired you to create something to show your solidarity for breast cancer and all cancers. Like I promised, I am back to show you my finished scarf. So here you can see all the breast cancer awareness ribbons that I stamped onto the piece of linen. Remember how I talked about the tassels? Well, I went digging around and found an amazing skein of this beautiful yarn. So I cut them in lengths, tied them off. I sewed them to the scarf, and then I went digging deeper and I found this beautiful piece of lace. I'm probably going to say it looks like it's hand crocheted. So I sewed that onto the bottom of my scarf, and actually I had enough, so I did it to both sides. And then I said, well, as you know, I've already spoken about it earlier, I cannot wear a mask around my ears for extended periods of time. So I said to myself, why don't you go over and get one of your masks and take the wire and sew it into your scarf. And then that way, when I'm teaching a class or something like that, I can put the scarf over my nose and kind of squinch the wire to hold it in place. Even actually my glasses rest on it, which is really good, so it holds it on. And then I wrap the scarf around my neck. I hope you enjoyed my creative journey using the gel press ribbon awareness plate and Perfect Paints Peony Pink mixed with glaze medium, and I'm very happy with the end product. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a fabulous and creative day. Bye.